Rahia's silence was shattered by a deafening explosion.
What's happening? Why was I brought here now?
As the city's defenses imploded, chaos erupted in a blaze of fire and smoke.
No, it can't be. He's just a student, not a warrior, yet he's destroying everything in his path.
Hopes and dreams were incinerated as the city burned to the ground, a pyre of ashes and embers. The earth groaned beneath the weight of destruction, a cacophony of crumbling stone and splintering wood.
I've got to get out of here, but my feet feel rooted to the spot as madness unfolds around me. But I won't be leaving. I have to get to Rahal, to stop this destruction before it's too late.
Laughter and music were replaced by the stench of smoke and ash, the streets now scorched and still. The city's will to resist finally succumbed, its last gasp a faint whisper in the wind.
It's too late. The city's already gone, consumed by the very destruction he unleashed.
Why did he have to come here? What did he hope to achieve with this destruction?
The oppressive silence that followed was a heavy weight that crushed the soul, a reminder of what was lost.
No, please, don't let them die. Don't let them suffer this fate.
As the last rays of sunlight faded, the city's horizon was painted with hues of crimson and ash.
And now, it's over. The city's gone, and so are they, lost to the annals of history. The weight of his steps was a heavy burden for the city to bear, a constant reminder of its downfall.
The city's destruction was a testament to his unyielding will, a monument to the power of destruction. The ruins stood as a reminder of the city's former glory, now reduced to rubble and ash.
And I'm stuck here, watching, powerless to stop him as he continues his destructive path. Survivors, a fraction of what once was, a reminder of the devastation that was wrought.
Shattered remnants were all that remained of the city's proud heritage, a testament to the destructive power of one man.
No, this can't be the end.
OCR. SWIIIR. Towers crashed down like shattered bone.
My heart stalled, as if a cold hand had seized it.
The screams still reverberated through the ravaged streets.
As I watched Vedran's face contort in a snarl of fury.
The once majestic spires now lay in ruin.
Their splintered remnants a testament to a civilization crushed by its own weakness.
Shattering glass and splintering wood assaulted my senses.
A cacophony of chaos that danced on my skin like a madman's kiss.
I beheld him, the one responsible for this devastation.
His eyes blazed with an unquenchable fire that threatened to consume everything in its path.
The stench of smoke and ash hung heavy in the air.
And I felt the rush of adrenaline course through my veins like liquid fire.
Every step I took felt like a betrayal.
A betrayal that would seal my fate and lead me down a path of no return.
But still I walked, driven by a burning need to uncover the truth.
The mountains loomed in the distance.
Their rugged peaks a daunting reminder of the trials that lay ahead.
I knew that recklessness would only lead to destruction.
And I couldn't afford to waste any more time.
I'd seen the aftermath of such recklessness.
And the scars still lingered, a constant reminder of the devastation that had been wrought.
Vedran is guarding the gate.
His presence a palpable warning that I was not welcome.
Who is this guy?
The one they call the protector of the innocent.
A man of mystery and menace.
You will be late if you don't hurry up.
And I felt the weight of that warning settle upon me like a shroud.
Every moment counts, and I couldn't afford to be late.
For in this world, being late was a fate worse than death.
The eerie silence is shattered by the sound of footsteps approaching.
My heart is racing. What if they've found us?
At the front gate, a figure emerges, cloaked in shadows.
I can feel my breath quickening. It's him, it has to be.
I'm a ruler, belittled by my peers, a mere shadow of what I once was.
Hee, Shinwoo, you're late again, the laughter echoing through the corridors like a slap in the face.
The weight of expectation crushes me, the air thick with the stench of failure.
Non, the tension is a living thing, pulsing through my veins like a heartbeat.
My fate hangs precariously in the balance, a delicate scale tipping towards disaster.
Why is Yuna here, her presence a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit?
The dynamics of our relationship are about to shift, like a tectonic plate cracking open.
Slaps for being late. The words cut through the air like a knife.
The consequences of my tardiness are severe, a reckoning that looms like a specter.
Slaps? What's with that look, Shinwoo, your eyes flashing with defiance?
A spark of resistance ignites within me, a flame that flickers with determination.
If Shinwoo runs laps, others can run laps. But what if he refuses to play by the rules?
The rules are about to be rewritten like a script being torn up and rewritten.
What's going on here? The air is charged with anticipation, like a powder keg waiting to ignite.
A challenge is being issued, and I'm not backing down, my jaw set in determination.
Smile, Shinwoo? What's with that look, your eyes glinting with a hint of mischief?
The air is electric, charged with the promise of something new.
If Shinwoo runs laps, others can run laps. But what if he refuses to play along?
The rules are about to be shattered, like a mirror dropped on the floor.
Fling, ah. The words stumble out of my mouth like a confession.
Gaze, Shinwoo, and stare into the abyss, the void staring back at me like a mirror.
I can do laps. All I have is strength.
A beam of confidence pierces the air, like a sun breaking through the clouds.
The old times are over, like a chapter being closed and a new one opened.
The track is bigger, the stakes are higher, like a roller coaster cresting a hill.
Arg, wobble, it's not like the old times. I'm losing my balance. Wobble.
The class is about to start, and I'm running out of time like a clock ticking down to zero.
Why make the track so big? The question hangs in the air like a challenge.
The towering skyscrapers imploded, reducing the city to rubble.
I thought I'd witnessed devastation, but this was something else.
Fragments of concrete and steel rained down like a maelstrom.
Chaos reigned supreme, and I felt a thrill coursing through my veins.
The ground trembled beneath our feet as the blast detonated.
Our eyes locked, and for an instant, I saw a glimmer of something ancient.
Shattered dreams and pulverized steel hung suspended in the air.
Tada, as if the very fabric of reality had been torn asunder.
Shattered screams ripped through the halls as they thrust the keys to the kingdom into his trembling hands. A cruel joke on the day, they planned to raze it to the ground.
But he stands frozen, a statue of defiance, as if his very presence is a challenge to the flames that seek to consume him.
His presence was a detonation of absolute power, a shockwave that rippled through the streets, leaving all who saw him awestruck, their souls frozen in terror.
Wait, I've seen him before. But which school is he from? The uniform is unfamiliar, a mystery that only adds to his enigmatic aura.
Like a ghostly apparition, he materialized in the midst of the chaos, his very presence seeming to command the attention of all who surrounded him, their eyes fixed on him with a mixture of awe and terror.
He just nodded, a curt response that left me wondering if that's an answer or just a gesture, a riddle wrapped in an enigma.
The air was heavy with tension, as if the very atmosphere itself was charged with anticipation, waiting for him to unleash his fury upon the world, a storm that threatened to consume us all.
I've never seen anyone like him before. He's so, which school are you from? You're not from around here, are you? A question that seemed to hang in the air like a challenge, daring him to respond.
The words seemed to hang in the air, like a challenge, daring anyone to defy him, to dare speak out against his dominance. A gauntlet thrown that seemed to be impossible to pick up.
What did he just say? I couldn't understand him, a language that seemed to be a cipher, a code that only he could decipher.
A being materializes from the distant shores of a foreign realm, his presence a seismic shift in the fabric of reality.
His eyes hold a depth that defies the mundane, a void that seems to suck the light out of the air.
An otherworldly aura clings to him like a shroud, a presence that seems to whisper secrets to the wind.
The boy's curiosity is piqued, and he ventures a question. His words a fragile thread that threatens to snap under the stranger's gaze.
The stranger's response is a velvet-gloved fist, laced with an air of nonchalance that borders on mockery, his words a calculated attempt to disarm the boy.
Indeed, his words are a subtle smile, a whispered promise that he's not to be underestimated, his eyes glinting with a challenge. The boy's jest is a poisoned arrow, striking true and finding its mark in the stranger's pained expression. A flash of discomfort that suggests his words have struck a nerve. The boy's taunts are a hail of bullets, a barrage of jibes that seek to chip away at the stranger's resolve, each word a deliberate attempt to erode his composure. And so, the game of words continues, a delicate dance of wit and guile that threatens to spin out of control at any moment, the stakes higher than ever before. Stay subbed to Manwa with Hari, or you'll miss the climax. The world's most powerful being slumbered, yet the city trembled in anticipation of his awakening, the ground shuddering beneath the weight of his potential.
I've heard whispers of his unfathomable strength, but the chairman's office was always shrouded in secrecy. Perhaps this newcomer holds the key to unlocking the secrets of our world, a puzzle piece that could rewrite the rules.
The chairman's office door creaked, a low-pitched squeak that sliced through the silence, signaling the arrival of the student. The Shinwoo, a name etched in the annals of history, now stands before the chairman, his presence a whispered rumor come to life.
The air is electric with tension as the chairman's words hang in the air, a challenge waiting to be accepted or rejected. Yal, the infamous institution, rumored to be a crucible where the worthy are separated from the weak.
The chairman's eyes narrowed, his tone laced with suspicion. As he spoke, his words dripping with disdain like acid. But the student's response was shrouded in mystery, as he spoke in a low, measured tone, his words a carefully crafted puzzle.
I brought a transfer student, he said, his words cutting through the air like a hot knife through butter, leaving no room for misinterpretation.
A sudden surge of energy coursed through the air, as the student's presence became palpable, a living, breathing entity that pulsed with power.
His eyes widened in horror, as he spoke the words that would change everything, a declaration that would shatter the status quo.
That's odd. There's no document about this student. The student's eyes seemed to bore into the chairman's very soul, a gaze that was both captivating and unnerving, a window into the depths of his being. The realm shattered, reality's fabric torn apart by an unseen force.
They handed me the keys to the kingdom.
I just awakened.
I just woke up.
What is the meaning of this?
What is happening?
How long was I in the sleeping coffin? We don't know when you fell asleep, but we last saw you years ago.
Years so long.
We searched everywhere after you disappeared, but our efforts were in vain.
I'm sorry we failed you.
I've been asleep for centuries.
I've been asleep.
Years. You disappeared, slept, and woke up just now.
Years passed.
You slept for centuries, not just a few years.
I slept for so long.
We must investigate everything, including how you ended up waking here.
I'll investigate everything.
The mysteries of the past lay hidden, waiting to be unraveled by those with the courage to confront the truth.
The truth awaits us.
A new era was about to dawn, one that would be shaped by the consequences of your return.
A new era unfolds.
The air was alive with whispers of the past, a cacophony of memories threatening to consume you whole.
Memories haunt me.
This is called T.
T? Numbers dance before my eyes.
The numbers danced before your eyes, a maddening rhythm that seemed to hold the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe.
Secrets hidden in numbers. Silence envelopes me.
The silence was oppressive, a heavy blanket that suffocated all sound and sense. How are you coping with the language? Since you were asleep for so long, there's no problem with my abilities. I'll adapt as I always do.
I'll get used to it.
Your adaptability was a hallmark of your strength, a testament to your unyielding spirit. A new chapter was about to unfold, one that would be written in the blood of the unwary and the unprepared.
A new chapter begins.
He must have chosen something most casual when he returned to the world. I brought a transfer student. A transfer student.
A transfer student?
The gatekeeper was quite impressive.
Impressive.
Gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper.
A labyrinthine complex, shrouded in an aura of foreboding, stretches before us.
Are you pulling my leg? This is an institution of learning, not some twisted game of cat and mouse.
The students here are being subtly manipulated, their minds molded to serve a purpose they can barely comprehend, their free will slowly unraveling. The gates of Yi Ran High School swung open, unleashing a tidal wave of unsuspecting students.
Their bright smiles masked the secrets of a seemingly ordinary day, but beneath the surface, a maelstrom of chaos was brewing.
The chairman's words trailed off, lost in the sea of inattention, as the students' eyes glazed over like a still pond.
Yet, a glimmer of excitement stirred, like an ember about to ignite.
The chairman's words stumbled over each other, a jarring mess of language that sent a shiver down the students' spines.
His accent was a jarring reminder that he was an outsider, a man who didn't quite fit in.
The chairman's words tumbled out, a jumbled mess of syllables that left the students confused.
But amidst the chaos, a single phrase stood out: I want noodles.
The chairman's voice boomed through the auditorium, a jarring cacophony of sound, as he shouted, "Scream!"
The students' eyes widened in shock, their faces contorted in alarm, as they recoiled from the chairman's words.
The chairman's words stumbled over each other, a jarring mess of language, as the students' screams died down.
An uneasy silence settled over the auditorium, like a shroud cast over the students' faces.
The chairman's voice boomed through the auditorium, a clarion call to attention, as he began to speak.
The students' eyes snapped back into focus, their attention riveted on the chairman.
The chairman's words tumbled out, a jumbled mess of syllables, as the students' eyes widened in confusion. The chairman's voice faltered, lost in the silence, as the students' eyes darted back and forth, searching for answers.
But the chairman's words had only raised more questions, like a puzzle with missing pieces.
The chairman's words tumbled out, a jumbled mess of syllables, as the students' eyes widened in confusion.
But amidst the chaos, a single phrase stood out: his name is.
The chairman's words trailed off, lost in the sea of inattention, as the students' minds wandered.
But amidst the distraction, a spark of curiosity flickered to life, like an ember about to ignite.
Caddis Etrama di Rizel, the name that sends ripples through the streets.
It's pronounced differently here, a slight variation that hints at a deeper truth.
A truth that Rizel seems to be hiding, a secret that only he knows.
And yet, the people around him, seemingly oblivious to the significance of his name.
The long name, a testament to his noble lineage, a heritage that echoes through the ages.
Wait, does he have a noble lineage? Is that what's at the heart of this enigma?
The streets, a maze of contradictions, where the old and the new coexist in a delicate balance.
And Rizel, a thread of uncertainty in this complex tapestry. I feel it, a sense of power, a presence that seems to be growing by the minute.
The people around him, a reflection of the city itself, a kaleidoscope of emotions and experiences. As he navigates the labyrinthine streets, a silent storm brewing, leaving in his wake a trail of bewildered onlookers.
I'm not frightened, no, I'm not afraid, but there's something about Rizel that sends shivers down my spine. And yet, they barely react, as if they've seen a ghost, a specter from a realm beyond their own.
The streets, a tapestry woven with the threads of humanity, now witness to the unfolding drama of Rizel's presence. The air is charged with an electric sense of anticipation, as if the very fabric of reality is about to be rewritten.
And Rizel, the focal point of this maelstrom, seems to be springing into life, his presence a catalyst for chaos.
The air itself shatters as the blade descends, a blood-chilling scream echoing through the silence.
Anyone who's new could have made the same mistake, blinded by Shinwoo's facade. The whispers of Shinwoo still linger in the air, a haunting reminder of his deception.
I knew it, the truth finally dawns on me, like a cold breeze on a winter's night.
Shinwoo,
Yes?
you take it from him, and I'll unleash a storm of fury upon you. The air is electric with tension.
The silence is oppressive, a heavy weight that presses down on me. In Korea, we lose honorifics to respect others, a cultural nuance that's often misunderstood.
It's used in various situations, a tool for building relationships and avoiding conflict.
A glance, a fleeting moment of understanding, and the tension begins to dissipate. Seeing the look on his face, he doesn't get it.
Go sit behind Shinwoo, where you can't cause any more trouble. Shinwoo is the one who was babbling just now, trying to cover his tracks.
Heh, why does he understand this one? It's like he's speaking a different language. Ding, the bell rings, signaling the end of the lesson. Time to move on.
Dong, 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 let's begin. Everyone open your books. The lesson continues, but the tension remains.
Aang, you guys, why sit like that? You're not even paying attention.
A blade sliced through the air, shattering the silence with a deadly precision.
My heart seized, frozen in terror, as the sound of shattering glass echoed through the halls.
A scream burst forth, a cacophony of despair that shattered the stillness, leaving only echoes of desperation.
His eyes, once bright with life, now seemed empty, yet a fierce intensity still smoldered within them, a burning ember of a soul long lost.
The once majestic spires crumbled, their splintered remains a grim testament to the devastation that ravaged the land. A whispered rumor spread like wildfire, of a figure so feared, so reviled, that even the bravest warriors trembled at the mere mention of his name, their hearts racing with terror.
His eyes seemed to hold 1,000 secrets, 1,000 lies, and 1,000 truths that I couldn't quite decipher, a labyrinth of emotions that defied understanding.
A battle-scarred warrior, his armor dented and battered, yet his eyes still burned with an unyielding ferocity, a flame that refused to be extinguished.
Amidst the carnage and chaos, he seemed almost.
A wave of uncertainty washed over me as I gazed upon his face, a face that seemed to hold the weight of the world, a burden that crushed me beneath its weight.
A whispered warning spread through the crowd, of a figure who could shatter the very foundations of reality, leaving us all vulnerable to his whims.
Amidst the danger and uncertainty, he seemed to exude an aura of calm, a sense of. His eyes seemed to hold a world of pain and suffering, a world that I couldn't even begin to comprehend, a labyrinth of emotions that defied understanding.
His presence was a maelstrom, drawing all attention towards him, yet leaving me feeling.
His eyes seemed to bore into my very soul, as if he could see the deepest, darkest secrets that I kept hidden, a knowledge that left me reeling in its wake.
The moon's sickle slice hung low, casting an unearthly glow over the ravaged cityscape, where steel beams twisted like tortured serpents.
I felt a creeping sense of dread as the figure began to move, her pace steady and deliberate, like a predator stalking its prey through the ruins.
The world teeters on the precipice of chaos, cattle grazing in a landscape where reason has been upended.
They handed him the keys to the kingdom.
If any of them is involved in this situation, we should take it seriously. Every action a potential powder keg waiting to be ignited.
They got bigger and more secretive, their actions a mystery even to those who once called them allies.
And now, the whispers of a traitor have set the wheels of revolution in motion, a powder keg of dissent waiting to be ignited.
Humanity has developed incredibly now, a phoenix rising from the ashes.
The phoenix has risen, its wings beating with a ferocity that will not be silenced, a force of nature that cannot be contained.
After you disappeared, I haven't gone back, so I'm not up to date concerning specific information. A void in my knowledge that cannot be filled.
But I've been watching from the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, a patient predator waiting for its prey.
Master hasn't changed a bit, acting as if he doesn't care at all. A mask of indifference that hides a deeper truth.
But I see the fire burning within him, a flame that will not be extinguished, a passion that drives him forward, no matter the cost.
It seems I have a problem with my power, a weight that I cannot bear, a burden that threatens to consume me.
The weight of my abilities is crushing me, a burden that I must bear alone, a constant reminder of the dangers of unchecked power.
Even if he can't understand what people say, his ability helps him understand what they say and even assists in learning the language, a gift that transcends language barriers. Problem with that ability: the equation of life is complex, and the variables are constantly changing, a puzzle that cannot be solved.
But one thing remains constant, the pursuit of power, and the consequences that follow, a never-ending cycle of ambition and destruction.
The threads of fate are being pulled, and the consequences will be catastrophic. A maelstrom of destruction that will leave nothing but devastation in its wake.
The arithmetic problem on the chalkboard seemed like a joke to him, but he knew the severity of his situation.
He couldn't let his lack of understanding show, not even to himself.